Welcome to Learning Unit number 9, which is on mental health and emotional well-being. So for this learning unit, we know that mental and emotional health leads to numerous positive outcomes, including closer social connections. We know that the inverse is also true, that having closer social connections leads to improved mental and emotional health. So let's take a look this learning unit at stress physiology and stress management techniques in order to enhance the mental and emotional health of our health promotion program participants and ourselves. So we have some learning unit number 9 outcomes and objectives that we want to reach. And I'll let you read through these, but you can see they all deal with emotional well-being, mental health, using the evidence to look at connection, and also the physiology of stress. So you're going to be reading chapter 7 in your textbook. This is a very important chapter. If some of the information is well known to you, such as the physiology of stress, you may want to skim that a little bit, but I don't think it's going to be well known to all of you. And as nursing students, this information is truly critical. So I'd like you to really take the time to read through chapter 7. It's well written, a lot of very good statistics and information. And I have looked through all of the pages. I've read all the whole chapter, and I really want you to focus on almost all of the content, but you can go from page 169, which is the start of chapter 7, through page 182. And that's where page 182 you can stop right before you're reading stress at work. And then you're going to go through, just give me a second. Yes, you're going to stop at opportunity number 4, and that's right before you get to stress at work. And then pages 185, which starts with the content on mental health and communities and goes through the end, including key terms on page 194. You're going to read the articles, look at the websites, and review the videos that are posted. And you are going to complete Learning Unit number 9's discussion board. There's going to be 4 parts to that post. There will not be a reply. My apologies, I thought I took that out. I will take that out. And then you are going to do your collaborative document topic number 5, which is due this week. And that's to further explore and synthesize, also known as summarize, evidence from the literature to support the need for your health promotion group project and or the interventions that you are planning to implement. So maybe you feel as though you already have enough literature support for why it is necessary to have your health promotion group project, but yet you're a little unclear of exactly what you're going to do when, what interventions you're really going to implement. So maybe this is your opportunity to search the databases, and that's again searching the library database for additional sources as you had done previously. So that's, I'm going to just stop for a minute and I'll be right back. Okay, continuing on, you're watching this video and I'm going to be going over everything with you. And your textbook readings are just as I had told you earlier in this video, but it's chapter 7, stress, emotional well-being, and mental health. And I would say it's probably the most important chapter for nursing students overall. Both the content for your own mental health and well-being and the content for your health promotion programs that impact on almost every participant, and truly the content that you're really going to need to be knowledgeable about in your nursing career for your patients and yourself. So it is an important chapter. And then this video will just supplement about the stress adaptation response. So you're going to watch that short video. This is the CDC website, and it has information about social connection, both the positive health benefits, but actually what I think is probably the most important point is this section here that really gives you the definition of what social connection is. But it's very brief, so you can read the whole thing very easily. And then you're going to go, so that's the Centers for Disease Control on the topic of social connection and its impact on both physical and mental health. And then you're going to watch another video that I hope you find beneficial personally, your mental health in college. So this is a video that will help you and it will help you answer the discussion board post. The Nursing Student's Guide to Mental Health and Wellness is very helpful. It's a great resource for all nursing students. And again, while you might find some of the information helpful in completing your discussion board post, it's truly it's a resource for you to have and to use as you wish and as you need. So let's look at the nursing or the discussion board number 9. So in this discussion board, we note that our textbook author, Snelling, states that 87.9%, so truly almost 90% of college students report a stressful school life. So if you are feeling that way, you are not alone. And in addition, the author cites a study that, and that is on page, if you have the written text, it's on page 192, but it's figure 710, that notes 9 factors. So a study was done asking college students to rate their top stressors, what causes the most stress for them. And there were 9 factors that that our textbook notes. And for this discussion board, you're going to do something a little bit different, but you're going to look at these factors. So again, the study showed 9 different factors. Well, you need to come up with 10 factors. And you can make up each factor. Maybe you think the 9 that were cited in the study are not contributing to stress at all for you. Maybe 3 of them are. Maybe all 9 of them are. Whatever it is, you're going to come up with the top 10 factors that contribute to your stress as a college student. And you're going to rate them number 1 through 10. So number 1 is going to be the most significant factor to you. And then you're going down, whereas 10 would be the least significant factor to you. But again, all factors that are important to you. So you can read through this again. Any clarity on this, just let me know. But what are the top 10 reasons that you experience stress as a college student? If you're going to use all 9 of the ones in the study, fine, but then add 1 more. Or you can come up with 10 of that you note are most significant to you and rank them from 1 to 10. Then the second part of your discussion board is to do one or the other, either A or B. So share at least 3 social connections, and you know the CDC website will give you the definition of that you have at Mercyhurst. You already have these 3 social connections. Share them with us. Or if you don't want to do that, you can choose B. 3 ways ways in which you can make at least 3 social connections at Mercyhurst. So For example, I posted an announcement about Wellness Mondays, and the first one starts on the first day of this learning unit. So maybe that's going to be one way that you make social connections at Mercyhurst. So just answer one or the other, A or B. And then the next one is, what are 2 to 3 positive coping mechanisms that you use? So if you're drinking alcohol to extreme, that is not a positive coping mechanism. It may be a coping mechanism, but not a positive one. So I ask that for this discussion board that you keep to the positives. So what are a couple positive coping mechanisms that you use? And pages number 178 to 182 can help you in responding to this question. And it is the section entitled 4 Coping Opportunities. And then it lists 4 different coping opportunities. And finally, which statistic from your textbook readings, so from this chapter by Snelling on mental health disorders, challenged your assumptions or made you think differently about the issue? And please cite the page number where you found the statistic that either startled you, really challenged your assumptions, or really made you think differently about mental health disorders. So it's 4 parts, but there is no reply required, and please post by Friday evening. So that's the discussion board. And then the final thing that you're doing is your collaborative document topic number 5. And remember, you're searching the databases again for additional sources of information to what you already cited earlier in this course on your collaborative document. So either about the need for your health promotion group project or support of the interventions that you are planning. And please note this part. I know a lot of you really, especially in topic number 4, did not have a clear what are you going to do when? How many sessions are you going to have? How long are the sessions going to go on for? And what are you going to do in the session? So, that is number 3. So a lot of you didn't have 3 very clear. And then you went on to number 4, which was your objectives, your SMART objectives. And some of you did a great job. Others need a little bit of work. So remember, if you're measuring something, you want to include that in your timeline. So in your activities for session number 4, if that's your final one, you're going to have a survey is going to be given that will ask the question about whatever. So please make sure that you're meeting either in person or at least through Teams, FaceTime, even the telephone would be better. The collaborative document only brings you so far. It is there to help busy students, but it is not complete. You really do need to touch base with one another so you can go over these items. You're going to be completing your presentation in the next few weeks, and it's worth a lot of points. And because you've had this time, I am going to grade accordingly to make sure that you have completed and used the feedback that I've given you on the collaborative document and updated based on that feedback. This is an important project that you're working on. So I want to make sure you know the importance of this so that you get working on it before the last possible days come about. No procrastination for this project, please. And remember, it's not going to be the last day of class because we are going to share our presentations with our with all members of this course. So it's going to be, you can look at when it is due, and please know that it's coming up. sooner than you'd want to believe. So get working. Some of you are already doing a fantastic job. You will have minimal work that you have to do. Others you're going to have significant. So everybody get cracking, I guess the words would be. So thank you for your continued hard work in this course and for your feedback that you have provided me in the mid-semester survey. I do appreciate all of you.